This is Friday Night Football on KLST, brought to you by Randall Motors.
Welcome back into Friday Night Football. El Dorado and Cristobal has been a great district rivalry the last few seasons. That unfortunately had to end last season due to realignment, but there's a big but here. Two teams not waiting long to keep that rivalry going in non-district play, and is our KLST Game of the Week. Here's Sabrina Hoover with a preview.
As practices come to an end, there's one thing on the players' and coaches' minds, and that is the sights and sounds of Friday Night Football.
It's the first game of the year. I mean, so it's always going to be hyped up a little bit anyway. And with such a good opponent like Cristobal, you know, you've got to come out and you've got to be ready.
The El Dorado Eagles and the Cristobal Cougars are keeping their rivalry alive, as these two teams have met 18 times since 2000. This year, these two rivals will open the season against each other.
Just because it's El Dorado, you know, it puts a little more emphasis on it, just because we've been rivals in the past and things like that. Even though it's not for a district championship, our kids are ready to play.
Second-year quarterback Kyle Lohman is confident in his team's consistency and is ready to get out on the field under those Friday night lights at home.
They're a good team, like I said. I know they lost a lot of kids, just like we did, but everything I think is going to be the same, and I think we're ready.
Jason Kovar-Rubiez will be the new starting quarterback for the Eagles, as El Dorado will look to follow up one of the best seasons in program history.
I want to win for sure, but also I just want to help the team out, do the best I can.
The 18th ranked El Dorado Eagles will face the 17th ranked Cristobal Cougars in a top 25 ranked showdown.
These kids have been practicing pretty hard the last 3 weeks, and, you know, I think they're ready to go.
Just everything we've done, the preparation, you know, is what we're trying to get to this Friday, and just, you know, they're going to get graded.
The lone matchup of Concho Valley teams coming into Week 1 ranked, El Dorado and Cristobal, the Highway 277 shootout. First game for Chad Tuttle with the Eagles, year 7 for Casey Otho with the Cougs. First play of the second quarter, Jason Kovar-Rubiez finds Nino Tambunga, who strides into the end zone for the game's first points. Still in the second quarter, Eagles defense coming up big, stuffing the Cougars offense back on 4th down, gives the ball back to the Eagles. That drive, though, would stall, still 7-0. This game all about the defense. Cristobal flexing their muscle on the line. Sebastian Salinas with the stop there. More from the Cougars defense. Brock Ratliff there with the sack. Turnover on downs. Still 7-0 El Dorado. We go to the second half now. The defense shining for both teams again. Eagles stuff the Cougs once again on 4th down. El Dorado takes down Cristobal tonight in a defensive slugfest. 7-0. The final. And two of the best in Division II meeting in Mason this evening. The Puncher Dome taking center stage this evening for a top 15 showdown in Class 2A. 9th ranked Coleman, 13th ranked Mason. How about this for a first game? First quarter, the defense coming up big for Mason. Frankie Bali, Holly Jolly Bali with the sack there of the quarterback. The game remaining scoreless. Still in the first, the Blue Cats strike first. The deep ball, a wide open wide out. That'll be good for 6 and the game's first points of the game. Fast forward to a minute left in the fourth quarter. Watch this. Ivan Wofford drops back, doesn't know what to do with it, scrambles, throws it up in the air. Hunter Goodwin comes down with it in the end zone for a touchdown. 7-6, a minute 3 left. However, the Punchers would go for 2. They would not get it. They fall in a heartbreaker tonight to Coleman. 7-6, the final. Water Valley's first 11-man game in over 2 decades as they hosted Abilene TLCA. First quarter, Eagles quarterback Anthony Cordero kicks it to the 50-yard line. Chad Gibbs scoops it up, takes it himself, runs all the way back into the end zone for the first touchdown of the game for the Wildcats. 6-0 Water Valley after the 2-point conversion would make it 8-0 Water Valley. Still in the first quarter, Wildcats now on the 10-yard line. Ball passed off to Wyatt Sutton. He goes into the end zone. That'll make it 14-0 Water Valley. They're looking real good in this one. The band loving it even more. Staying in the fourth, Wildcats with the ball. That's Gibbs. Calls his own number into the end zone. That'll be 22-6 Water Valley. Final score, how about a debut for Water Valley, an 11-man, 80-19, the final in this one. And coming up on Friday Night Football, we shrink the field from 11-man to 6-man, plus a unique trio of father and son trio over in Mertzen. That and more coming up after the break.